Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hope you're having a good week. I just wanted to say before I started this podcast, I'm doing this mum's need thing for what your mum needs, or grandmother actually, too, or people who are like mum to you, but also like to make you understand what you might need as a mum and bring you back to what mums need because mums don't always get that much attention in this area, I think. They're just mum and she just does everything and nobody sort of really notices that much in some cases and in some families. So I'm doing that for you as well. So if you're a mum, it can make you more clear about what you need and where the things are in your relationship with your children that could actually be improved and you could actually speak to them. So today I'm doing time, and mums need time. We know that time is really important to give people. Actually, I remember the saying, which was, what do children need? A four-letter word. Everyone goes love, and the answer was actually time. Well, I think that actually relates to mums. I think it's important that you give your mum time. And when I say time, I mean designated time when you're actually focused and listening properly and you're on the phone and you're not trying to buy something on the internet at the same time, or do something, cooking dinner and looking at the recipe. I think it's very important that you actually give your mother undivided time sometimes. So it's just me and you, that's all. That could be done on a phone call or FaceTime. You go and meet and have coffee just with your mum. The reason it's important is because it actually nurtures and strengthens the relationship you have with your mother. It'll make it better. Of course, there are some mums that when we get together, you could argue with them, but you can just steer away from that. That's all you do, steer away. If it starts getting uncomfortable with your mum, you just go to the bathroom, come back and start a new subject. But I feel that mums actually need that time. And also to give her something to look forward to, instead of just kind of pushing her in between things, like when you're an adult with young children, you have a tendency to do. Say to her, Tuesday, 2 o'clock, picking you up, we're going to coffee. Make a designated time with her. This way she has something to look forward to. It actually holds you in the space, and then you actually work around the 2 o'clock time with your mum. As I said at the last podcast, your mum is not going to last forever. You'll have her for so long, and then in most cases you won't. You probably won't die before her. Therefore, you will have to go through that grieving. And once you've lost your mum, there's no one really who replaces mum. That's the thing I wanted to say. Nobody. Even if you've had trouble with your mum and had issues with each other for various reasons in the family, there's still no replacement for mum. Your mother gave you time when she was bringing you up. She gave you as much time. Even if she was working, she probably still tried to read the bedtime story and take you to the concert and take you to the park. This is the time now for you to give her time in a very meaningful way. The other way of looking at it is too that you model to your children how to treat mum. She would be their grandmother probably then, but you model to your children how to treat mum, and you give her like a designated part in the family. Usually mums of older kids sort of just get a kind of slipped in here and there. It's important that she feels she's important in your life and that you designate time to her and solely to her. For example, when it's her birthday, you make sure you find somewhere and something to do with her that is about her birthday. It's not sort of squeezed in between things or amalgamated with something. This will strengthen your relationship with her. Your mother might be in a relationship as an older woman or not, and that's why it's also important for you to understand that apart from her partner, you're the most important relationship she has in her life. Whereas with you, it's different. I remember saying to somebody to remember that you are the centre of your mum's universe. She might not be the centre of your universe, but you are the centre of her universe. And that's what you need to understand, no matter what's happening in her life. For most mums, their kids are still the centre of the universe, whether they're 5 or 55. And once you get your head around that, you understand that from her perception, then she needs to also feel that in some ways she still has a place in your life. We are never too busy for the people we care about, and you know that. It's a quick text, it's a 5-minute phone call, it's a photo you send. We are never too busy. It's who we make time for and what we prioritise. And I feel that mums lose priority as we get older, and you get your own family, and it's healthy in many ways, but it doesn't have to be to the detriment of the relationship. that you never have time for your mother. You're always pushing her away. You're always changing. You're always telling her you're too busy. And I would suggest that you don't tell your mum you're too busy and you haven't got time. I don't think that's going to make her feel too great. You might just say, hey, this week's a bit awkward. How about we try next week? Always offer something. Always try and offer something. If you are in a relationship with your mum, that's good, and you can invite her on family holidays, even if she just comes for 3 days or 2 days to the shack. I think that would be really, really nice too, and it's a very bonding thing for you and if you have children as well, and also for your partner. And many times your mum will become a mum to your partner, and be aware of that relationship is also important to her, to have that and to nurture that and to make that special. Your mum needs time, it's that simple, and you need to work out how you're going to delegate your life so you make time for her and make it a meaningful time. We can always do this if we really want to. I think that we use excuses as adults and we say we're too busy, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, when you need help, who's usually at the end of that phone? When you're upset, who do you ring? You ring mum. I call it the mummy call. And you're quite happy to do the mummy call. And she usually takes it and listens for an hour while you go off your face and tell her all the stuff. You get off the phone and probably don't even ask how she was because you were too upset. But she's there for you, so you need to then be there for her. And that's also time that you spend with your mother in terms of like listening to her. She rings you up, even if you're busy, even if you take 5 minutes out, someone else can stir the stew or turn the spaghetti off. I think it's important that you stop and give time to that person. Time is love, actually, and time is patience. And this is your love repaying, and I mean that in a really good way. This is what love is. Love is like really active. Love doesn't just say it. Love actually does it. Love turns up at the coffee shop. Love switches the TV off and talks to mum for 10 minutes. Love goes for a walk with mum. That's what love is, because it gives time. So I want you to think about that. If you're a mum and you're listening to this, you know exactly what I'm talking about, especially mum of older kids. And you don't want to be in a position where you only feel like you're the babysitter and you get used. You want to feel like you're actually a person that they want to actually spend time with in a significant way. It's a better relationship. Think about what you're doing in time. Think about how often you've seen your mum in the last month in a meaningful way, not dovetailed with something. And try and make some special occasions for her where it's maybe soul time just with her. You just meet at the coffee shop and it's just her and you take a big bunch of flowers or something that she likes, a plant, or this is something that will make her happy. And you don't need money to spend time on people. Actually, in some ways, the more money you have, I think the more you're trying to make ends meet, whereas if you're just on a modest income and probably don't work as long hours, you're not as focused on career. Remember, your mum's only on loan for you, so give her time. So I'm sending you lots of love this week, and I hope you spend some time with your mum.